up, ladies and gentlemen? Dr. Ray here, CEO of the Learning Liaisons, and welcome. So we've got 100 multiple choice questions and discussions that I'm going to be going through. So I just want to give you a quick sample. We'll do a quick little quiz here. So whether or not you have to do the core writing or not, let's test your skills out here. So I got 2 questions. So how this is going to roll out is I'm going to jump to question number 1. I'm going to read through the question to you. I want you to pause the video. Pause the video, do your best, figure out the answer, and more importantly, think to yourself, why? Why did you choose A? Why did you choose D? Why did you choose E? You need to know the why on these tests and all of these different practice exams, because what does that mean? That means if you know the why, then you understand the concept. Did you ever have a teacher ask you a question and you're like, well, I picked this answer. And the teacher goes, well, why did you pick that answer? And you go, I don't know. It just looked right. You're probably laughing right now because everybody's done that one time or another in their lives. If that's your response to an answer, that means you don't really know. You don't know the why. And the key to successfully knocking out these exams on the first attempt, and that no one wants to pay ETS over and over again to take this dang test, you need to understand the why. So I want you to think about that. Question going to come on the screen. I'm going to read through it, hit pause, figure out what you think the answer is. Why? Throw it in the comment box too below this video as well. And we're going to do 2 quick questions here. So I'm going to test your skills here. All right, so let's get rolling. So question number 1. Which of the following corrects an error in the sentence below? The accused walked slow to the place where the judge waited to sentence him for the dastardly crime of jaywalking. Is it A, slowly, B, to be sentenced, C, dastardly, love that word, D, jaywalking, and E, no errors. So go ahead and hit that pause button on this video. Take a couple seconds to reflect. Think about which answer choice is the best one. And this is the most important part. When you put your response below this video, tell me why in a sentence, right? Or it doesn't have to be a complete sentence. Just give me a couple words as to why. That's the key, like I said before. Once you understand the why, you're golden with the concept. If you can't tell me why, you need to keep practicing and review the content. That's the key there. So go ahead, hit pause. All right, you ready? Here we go. What'd you think it was? A, B, C, D, or E? Well, the answer choice here is A. So let's talk about this a little bit. Now, why is it correct? So it's correct because the word slow right here is an adjective. And the adjective is modifying the verb walked. That's the key there. So keep in mind that adjectives do not modify verbs. They don't. What they do is making this slow is a misplaced modifier. That's the term here. So it makes it a misplaced modifier. To correct this error, the adverb slowly, choice A, must be substituted for the word slow in the sentence. That is what's going to make this sentence flow and be grammatically correct. So the accused walked slowly to the place where the judge waited to sentence him for the dastardly crime of jaywalking. So hopefully you got that one right. That's the key there, understanding the why. All right, so real quick, slow is an adjective modifying the verb walk. So remember, adjectives don't modify verbs. That's the key there. That's the biggest part. Adjectives do not modify verbs. All right, good job. Let's take a look at one more question here. Question number 2. Which of the following corrects an error in the sentence? At past family gatherings, my family loved telling embarrassing stories about me that everyone had heard or at least already knows about. Is it A, loved, B, embarrassed, C, had heard, D, knew, or E, no errors? So go ahead and hit that pause button, reflect for a couple of moments, think about what's the best answer and why. Remember, that's the key. Why? Go ahead and hit pause now. All right, are you ready? Here we go. The answer here is D, knew. Now, why, right? The key is why. So choice D is correct because it demonstrates an improper shift in tense. That's the why. Improper shift in tense. Everything in the sentence is happening in the past except this word, right? So everything is happening in the past tense except that word. New would be the correct substitute because it's in the past tense, making D the only acceptable option. So if you enjoyed these analyzations of these questions, get ready for our Praxis Core Writing Bootcamp because we're going to go through 100 multiple choice questions, and I'll be adding some along the way, but we're going to separate those into the first part of the multiple choice where we talk about grammar and punctuation like this, and we're going to do a bunch of questions in the second skill portion of the multiple choice where they talk about research, right, and writing styles. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think, but hopefully you got those both right. If you didn't, who cares? It's all about understanding the why and learning from your mistakes. Because if you don't make mistakes, you're never going to grow. So the key is to pass this exam on the first attempt. It's all about getting the knowledge, skill, and attitude that you deserve to rock this exam and be done with this core exam. So stay tuned. We're going to be launching that multiple choice bootcamp very soon.